YouTube is full of grifters, people that are fakes and phonies. You know, they create a personality or a character, and they come online. Sometimes they don't even have to show their face, and they gain a big audience. You know, all they have to do is talk good, be sort of charismatic, you know, and cater to a certain, maybe a certain type of audience, cater to your pain, whatever it is. They can draw an audience and make a lot of money. They don't have to live up to the stuff that they're talking about at all. They don't have to be accountable to anything at all. One of these people that we're talking about is Kendra G. Kendra G is a woman that stole a lot of Kevin Samuels' talking points, and she likes to give relationship advice when she's not even in a stable relationship. Well, she went on to the Tamron Hall show, right, and sat down with Tamron Hall and started to give some advice. And in the beginning, she was saying all the things that people like to hear. Check this out.
Makes it, Kendra, a battlefield?
I think now because of social media, it's the gift and the curse because now we're all connected. But that fine man you had to worry about just in New York, no, he worldwide now. He got girls in Italy, Mexico, California. So the guy that most women want, he has so many options. And every woman wants the same man, child. Really? I don't care if she work at the Piggly Wiggly or she's the corporate lawyer on Wall Street. She want her a rich man, and that's just what it is. That's your man, Tamron. Hide him. Don't let her go outside.
She can go onto the show and she could tell Tamra Hall to hide her man. Hide your man, Tamra, right? And you see Tamra Hall's response. You know, she's a very dignified, beautiful woman. You know what I mean? Very feminine, high-class woman, right? And, you know, she sat there and she laughed and she took it in stride, right? She didn't get real belligerent and act all crazy and out of control and stupid. But let's look at the way Kendra G handled the situation when she was told to not put her man on keep her man off social media by Tasha K. She went crazy. But let's look at what the conversation between her and Tasha K. Check this out.
I literally said to her in the exchange in the text messages, I said, hey, you know, keep your man off social media. And she came back, was like, well, what that, like an hour later, well, what that mean? I was like, keep your man off social media. That's it was just saying. And so she was like, why? My friends told me that you was looking for stuff on my man. I ride for mine.
So Tasha K was basically telling her to keep your man, you know, offline because, you know, he's into a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of things, allegations going on about him. That's basically what she was trying to tell us. So keep him offline so people don't be talking about your man. So she was trying to throw her alley-oop and just, you know, just let her know, like, yo, fall back on that. So Kendra G said, my man, child, we down for whatever. Tasha K said, okay. Then she said, yeah, I F's with you, but don't ever threaten my relationship. I don't play those type of games. Tasha K said, I have a sarcastic type of humor. I tell all public figures, keep your man off the internet. But if I hear something, you know, basically, you know, she's saying, if I hear something, you know, I'm gonna expose your man, right? Now, Kendra G has a show where she talks about Kendra G's singles, where people call up and they talk about the type of man that they want to date, right? And Kendra G took this to Tamron Hall thinking that it was going to really, you know, thinking that was going to win on her show. And Tamron Hall started to push back against the foolishness that she was saying because she took this internet jargon and thought that she could take it over there and tell this to Tamron Hall and her viewers. Check this out.
Oh, you gotta have a job. You have to have an ambition that's gonna go somewhere for sure. I want to see W-2 forms. I want to see success records. I want to meet your mama. I want to know where you live. Is it in your name? Is it? I need to see the lease because sometimes
Kendra, I'm not good enough to date.
And Kendra G is basically saying that she needs to see everything about this man from top to bottom, from his W-2s to what his blood type is, his sugar levels. She needs to know all these different things. And Tamron Hall went to push back, and she said this.
If I had gone on a date with someone and they started asking me about my W-2s and my bank account, they would have been seeing the gas come out of the pipes of my car.
Kendra G took those talking points over to Tamron Hall's show. But on her show, mind you, I told you, she took the Kevin Samuels playbook. So a lot of these women will call up and give these unrealistic standards that they have for a man, right? But this is the thing. Kendra G had checked the woman on the show, but she has the actual unrealistic standard. She actually lives it. She promotes the culture that a lot of these young girls are watching, and they think that it's cool to emulate. So she's a hypocrite because she promotes it, right? So this one BBW woman from Mobile, Alabama calls up, and she just says a whole bunch of weirdo stuff about what it would be to be in a relationship. And this is how it went down. Check this out.
Make a certain amount of money.
Yes. I need at minimum 6 figures.
6 figures. So if he made $75K, you couldn't mess with him.
No. I provide a pretty luxurious lifestyle for myself and my child. So anybody coming in matching or below me, it's just not gonna work.
So she's saying that this guy needs to make, if he makes $75,000 or less, then she can't deal with him, right? It gets real like, and this is great, but this is the stuff I told you about these women. They'll call up and talk about, now if you say something about her weave or her weight, she'll get upset. But she'll overlook the school teacher. She'll overlook the construction worker. She'll overlook the iron worker. She'll overlook the welder. She'll overlook all of the police officer, all these different people, right? She's overlooking these people because she thinks that she's settling for being with these people, right? This is the goofiness. So Kendra G heard that. She began to push back a little bit by saying this.
Hear me out.
Okay.
But if he had 75, that would be 75K in addition to what you already have. So wouldn't that be an increase? Or you're saying you want to meet a man and you don't want to pay no more bills ever again?
The latter. Meet a man, I ain't trying to pay no more.
Was that the dynamic you have with your son's father?
No. I don't feel like that doesn't count though.
How does it not count? You have a whole child by that man.
It doesn't count. Well,
let me say this. Okay, let me say this to you. Maybe to you it doesn't count, but it will count to men.
So you have a whole bunch of hypocrisy that goes on now on social media because I told you can be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. So Kendra G is saying that she want to check bank statements, she want to do all this, and this guy got to match her and this, but on the show. But now she's saying this woman's calling up and idolizing Kendra G and using those same talking points. So now you want to check the woman, right? And she's saying that $75,000 is not enough money, right? So she has the woman stand up. The woman doesn't spin around and she shows her body. And for the most part, guys that's like 6-figure earners for the most part don't choose women that look like her unless they was already with her and she had their children. But a woman that's built like that already got somebody else's baby, especially in the black community where you have a man, he's a 6-figure earner, he's like premium. He's the pick of the litter because most black men are not 6-figure earners, especially black men that want to stay with a black woman, that want to stay in the black community. He has the pick of the litter of the best type of black women, right? So my whole thing is, why would he choose you? Why would he choose you? So, and that's the whole thing a lot of times women don't look at. You got a black man that's going to stay in the black community, right, with his resources, right? And he's going to be a high pick amongst the black women. So there's going to be all kinds of black women that's going to want him. What makes you think he's going to want you? Are you going to be what he wants, right? So, but Tamron Hall wasn't done with Kendra G, right? So Kendra G talked about being giving relationship advice and not being in a relationship herself. She said this.
Thousands and thousands of people call you.
Yes.
They want to be on the show.
Yes.
They want your advice, but you're single.
That's right, girl, and loving it. Now, I was in a relationship last year, but this is my single season, and I love it. And single does not mean lonely. Single means nobody can't claim me.
Right.
And I got a roster. If you want to join the team.
So she's on there making a fool of herself, promoting singlehood to women as a black woman sitting up there with that long weave hanging all the way down to her ankle, just making a fool of herself. And Tamron Hall is sitting there looking at her like she's crazy. Oh yeah, that's single season. I give all the advice in the world to everybody, but I don't have a man myself. I can't obtain, sustain, and maintain a man myself. But I can tell you how to do it, right? Oh, I'm single and I'm loving it. I'm single by choice. I'm in my 40s with no children and I'm single by choice. I need to see a man's W-2s, and it's just a bunch of foolishness. And this is the way, as a people, we present ourselves to the world. A lot of our women, and I tell a lot of my sisters, man, when y'all see this, y'all got to speak out against this. Y'all got to condemn this type of behavior. It's not okay. It's not okay. This is the type of stuff that when a lot of you women see it, you do a sigh and say, "Oh my God!" But y'all gotta publicly condemn these kind of women. They gotta go because they're no different than the men that's destroying the community. And she's up on a national stage behaving like that, man. It's not cool. But Tasha K, wasn't done with her. Tasha K began to expose, because she says she's living a single life, but she exposed the type of men that she actually chooses, right? She's saying that these men gotta have all of this, but this is the type of man that she chose.
How was that Kendra G scrutinizing women about their requirements and preferences in a mate when she's parading around Los Angeles and being love bombed by Hush Puppy Jr., the Nigerian Deo, a.k.a. Donovan Johnson, a.k.a. Don Johnson, a.k.a. Reginald Green, a.k.a. Terrence Reed, a.k.a. James Wright, a.k.a. Timothy Price, and the list goes on. She is head over heels in love with a notorious scammer that recently came home from federal prison for bank fraud, credit card fraud, wire fraud, identity theft, and money laundering. Her Instagram is at Kendra G. It's Scam Central and Scream Scam Likely. So when I did drop this email in her DM, as I told her I would, and text her, she didn't say a goddamn thing.
So, like I told you, man, online, man, you can be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. You can be a character. You can pick the weakness in the games and you can exploit it. You can exploit people's insecurities and all kinds of stuff that they have. Tell them what they want to hear. Make them feel good about themselves. Is one thing about the black community. We love a good orator, somebody that can talk, that can preach, that can do certain, that can provide images in front of you to make you desire to have them, and they'll follow you. They'll be with you. They'll regurgitate your talking points. They'll be a lot of our people can be programmed because we're so traumatized and we're looking for some type of remedy. We shower ourselves with a lot of material items that we don't even need to make ourselves feel good about ourselves. A lot of our women and men, when they look at themselves in the mirror, they don't like what they see. So they put a bunch of weaves and makeup on and get a bunch of material items and all this kind of stuff. But you don't realize that the world can see you. We can see you, right? And we can see that you're traumatized. We can see that you're not happy, right? So now you're on Tamron Hall's show giving relationship advice, and you don't have a relationship, and then you're saying, "Well, I'm single and I'm happy. This is happy season." No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not happy. It's fraudulent. But this is the downside of what social media has done to the minds of a lot of our people, man. To the minds of a lot of our people. So a lot of you out there say that we need to get the black community back together. We need to get fathers back in the house. We need to restore families, right? But when there's people talking about marriage and families, y'all don't support them. Y'all support a Kendra G, a hypocrite, a fraud. This is what you support. So this is what you get. So I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.